Hopefully, you can hear me. If you can't, there's something very wrong. Let's turn the music off. Welcome to another Sunday stream with your boy Link. Liverpool just won the Premier League, so my mood's pretty damn good. Ipswich, we won't talk about Ipswich. We've got Debbie Cross in the chat. Hello. Regards to you. Hope you're well. I hope Rob's well as well. And yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. We're gonna play Call of Duty. We're gonna do something just a little bit different, you know, just a bit of bog standard Call of Duty. We'll play on Shattered Vale. I don't want to play with a sniper rifle. I did that last time I played, actually, and it wasn't really for me. What is for me is this particular assault rifle. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's good. I still have that weird glitch, like which you can see down here, which is happening on Call of Duty at the moment, where everyone you've played with, their names just get stuck on the screen. And it's pretty annoying. But yeah, I hope everyone's well. It's fine Sunday. Might have a couple less people in here than normal because Liverpool fans are probably out enjoying the title win, and I can't blame them. I did debate going down today. I seriously did, but I just thought it's gonna be busy, my anxiety and stuff. At home, I could take it in more, so that's what I did. I enjoyed it. Didn't watch the Ipswich game. By all accounts, it was another average performance, so that's not what you want to see. For some reason, I am getting an error code whilst doing that. Just checking I signed in the PlayStation Plus, which I am. Just rebooted the game. Hopefully that fixes it, guys. If not, it's going to be a very boring stream of me just sitting talking, isn't it? No one wants that. At least I don't think no one wants that. Zombies. It let me load zombies. Wonder if they've just been like one of these little soft updates where But I remembered my gun, so I must have been connected to the server somehow, surely. Well, to be fair, last time it did let me join a party like this. Level 437, that's mad. I'm level 67 now. I've mastered 10th Prestige, which is something I've never done in Call of Duty before. It's quite difficult to put the hours in. So, I've grinded this time. It's something I've never ever achieved in my long and not very illustrious Call of Duty career. But, yeah, let me know in the chat what's going on with you guys, what you've been up to, what's happening. Did you enjoy Liverpool winning the league? Did you support someone else and you didn't enjoy it? It's probably likely. I missed that, that's awful. What am I doing? I haven't played zombies for a couple of days, so that's gonna be my excuse if I'm a bit rusty. I haven't been playing multiplayer. Let's have a perk on the house. I've got Juggernaut. That's the best one to get first. Like, if you ever get using it on the house, that's the perk you want. And then, someone else has dropped it as well. I like that. Then I'll hit the fire sale. Then we'll hit the wonder bar. Better kill these zombies that are here. And then we'll guarantee a wonder weapon. Which one will it be? Please be the normal ray gun. Yeah. We're set now. I'm going to use the normal gun for as long as I can. You know, ammo preservation and all that. Martin says Champions League, Champions League. I bet you're in a good mood. Newcastle scared me today. I was desperate for Newcastle to get Champions League out of the teams chasing it. Like, if I was picking, I would have probably picked Newcastle and Forest. Newcastle, Forest, Villa. I don't know if there's even a scenario where that could have happened, where Man City dropped points as well as everyone else. But Newcastle scraped in by a Manchester United win. And it's not often we talk about Manchester United wins, is it? So, you know, for the United fans who watch the channel, I hope you're happy. I hope it brought you joy to see your team actually win this season. I want to get PhD popper so I can just go crazy with the ray gun. That would be a change of strategy to do that, but sometimes you gotta do things different. It's the way it works. Also, if anyone's watching who plays Call of Duty and they want to jump in the next lobby, you obviously can. You're most welcome to. But it's just weird. It's weird watching Liverpool win the league. It was a weird... Because obviously last time, you know, there wasn't the fans there. It wasn't... It's just, I don't know, like... I feel like during COVID, like, a lot of stuff didn't feel as real as it was. Don't know if anyone else feels like that. Let me know if you do. Like, did you think COVID was like... I don't know, almost felt kind of fake. Not that COVID was fake, I'm not saying that. I'm not getting on that conspiratorial wagon before anyone starts. But, just like during COVID, like, stuff didn't feel the same, did it? Everything was just a bit watered down almost, I would say, would be the way to maybe try to describe it. Is this the one with the yellow zombies? It is. So we'll get the ray gun out for this one. I've just dropped my coaster on myself. Someone needs to invent a coaster that, like, glues on your desk or something, so it doesn't come, like, flying at you when you pick it up. Like, That was a little bit close for comfort, that one. Is he the last one? No. He's not either. Jamie says, alright mate, I hope you're well. Bro, I'm so sorry about yesterday. Not that it was my fault, but I feel for you, man. I do feel for you. Jamie being a fan of Sheffield United, who I was quite torn, because I've said to Jamie all season, I want you guys to go up, because Ipswich interactions with Sheffield United have always been fairly pleasant, and, you know, Jamie's a good lad, he's part of the community, it'd be nice to see him watching some Premier League games. He said see you next season, he's happy they lost. So yeah, Jamie will be, you know, Portman Road bound next season. Definitely let me know if you go to the Portman Road game. But he's not as upset as I thought he'd be, so that's good news. I wanted him to go up, but I get it, because the Premier League sucks. Like, if you ask any Ipswich fan, every single Ipswich fan is like excited to not have VAR and all the controversy and all the corruption and stuff. We also have Studdy in the chat. Welcome to the ultimate stud, Jack Studdy. I hope you're well, my friend. And Martin says Derby days are back. They're back for everyone, aren't they? Well, back for Ipswich, back for Newcastle. But see, like, I have a weird relationship with Sunderland as a club, because I did go watch them a few times when I lived there. I made friends with some Sunderland fans, but I wouldn't say I made as much of a connection with Sunderland Football Club as I did Newcastle. Even though I graduated at the state, my university graduation was at the Stadium of Light. So was Martin's, incidentally, which is quite funny because he was a Newcastle fan. Newcastle fan, and one of the best moments of his life was at the Stadium of Light. This is kind of funny. James says Premier League's a joke. Can't VAR myself that. I don't know what he meant. I think he's saying he can't use VAR to make himself happy. Or maybe he's saying he can't stand VAR himself, so that'll make him happy, which is logical, really. Do you know what I mean? I hate it. I swear down, I actually hate it. Like, I genuinely hate VAR. Like, some people don't, like dislike it a bit. I fucking hate it. It's the worst thing that ever happened to football, apart from Alex Ferguson. If you ask me. I don't know if people are doing the quest or not. I don't think they really are. The bell's probably behind there somewhere. No. Sometimes it's here somewhere. I never bother to look for it. I just run into the wall and press square and try and pick it up, because it's tiny, the little gold bell you have to find. Where's the bell? Is it any of the windows I haven't smashed? Okay, I'm going to die looking for the bell, so. James says VR kills the game. It certainly does. Martin was just trying to not catch fire at his graduation. Yep, I can attest to that. Must have been so weird. Like, it's cool. I thought it was cool because, like, to being like a Liverpool fan, I don't hate Sunderland. Like, it doesn't. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't detest them guys. It's nothing but love. Maybe not love. I'm still upset about the friggin' beach ball when you talk about Sunderland. But as I did the walk across the stage, I did the Fabio Barini, which is what I said I was going to do before I started. because Barini obviously did play for Sunderland as well as Liverpool, so I decided I needed like a Liverpool celebration that wasn't taking the piss like too far. Well, you can take the piss a little bit, but just not like too far, you know what I mean? I didn't go to the game today. It was a weird one, to be honest. I could have gone, but part of me was thinking about going to Liverpool to just watch the game in a pub in the city and to be there tomorrow for the bus tour. In the end, I'll be honest, like, I would say like anxiety got the better of me because I was just like, do I want to be in a room with all these people? Like, not even in a room. Do I want to be in a street surrounded by folk? It's not my idea of fun. Like, I would have enjoyed it. I guarantee you I would have. But yeah. It wasn't the smartest thing to maybe do. So I backed out. But yeah. So I didn't actually go today. So there's no vlog of the West Ham game today. So don't look for it, guys, because you'll be wasting your time. I'll tell you someone who did go to the game today, though. Charlie is in the chat. Hope you're good, bro. Charlie says, thank God the season's over. And he thought Sheffield United would roll Sunderland over, but it wasn't to be. I was backing them. Jamie says, outside with fans, smoke bombs against you. Yeah, my Ipswich shirt from last season, like, the white bit here is still stained blue from all the smoke bombs when I went to the promotion game, which is cool because it's like a memory for that. But like I said, I debated going, and I just thought it's something I would have enjoyed, but I don't know if I would have enjoyed it enough to sort of negate the stress of being surrounded. But there's like, I get where Jamie's coming from. There's a lot more to football than just that one particular league that everyone likes. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's other things, you know. There's just more to the game than the Premier League. And I think if most Ipswich fans are excited for next season to not be playing with corrupt referees every week, who are earning more money from Saudi Arabia, who own Newcastle, than they own from the Premier League. It's not a dig at mine, by the way, guys. It's not personal. It's just, how can you referee a game if you're getting paid by one of the owners? Like, it doesn't make sense to me about impartiality. Same goes for Qatar and Man City as well, by the way, guys. Charlie says, a Liverpool fan vandalised the Trent Alexander-Arnold painting by scribbling rat over it. The Trent Alexander-Arnold situation, I think, is it's a difficult situation for Liverpool fans because it does hurt. It does. Like, he's obviously free to go where he wants, and I'm genuinely, I want him to be successful. If he goes to the Club World Cup, Real Madrid will be my second choice to win it behind is it Al Hilal or Al Akli? Roberto Firmino plays for. Whichever one Bobby plays for will be my first choice. But after that, I'd want Real Madrid to win it with Trent. I wouldn't have vandalised his picture personally. I wouldn't have booed him as well. Like a lot of people spoke about that. I just think there's other ways to show your frustration. I preferred it like in today's game. To be fair, he did get applauded and stuff, and instead of booing him, they sung the Steve Gerrard song, which is weird because he did leave as well, guys. You know, I know he was maybe a little bit washed when he left, which is a bit different to Trent, but he went to LA Galaxy. Like I would rather they sing about Jamie Carragher, and maybe they wouldn't because he weren't as good of a player, so people will say Yeah, but Madrid and Barca didn't want Jamie Carragher. He's never in that situation. But Jamie was loyal. He didn't want to go and play for someone else. Even though he could have. Like, he could have gone and played for a mid-table Premier League team all day. So yeah, I'm honestly, I'm sad Trent's left. As much as anything. Genuinely sad. I think that's the best word to describe how I feel about it. I'm more sad than anything else. Like, I'm not really angry because I do understand why someone might want to go play for Real Madrid. I'd rather he didn't. Like, and I can't imagine myself, if I was playing for Liverpool, I can't imagine myself going to anywhere if Liverpool want me still. I personally can't understand that. But I'm not like criticising him because he feels different to how I feel. Like, people can feel how they want, can't they? We talked about Trent for a long time now, so I missed quite a lot of messages. So I'll try and catch up with the highlights. Okay, we're talking about how bad Sunderland are. I don't think they'll stay up. And so there's a lot of passion in the Sunderland fans. I always say this, I've said it before, but that, like, I've been in this stadium and like in some funny atmospheres. Like, they are a club that they won't necessarily turn on the team, but they will turn on the manager. Like, I've been in the stadium a couple of times and people want the manager sacked and stuff, which you don't see often at a club like Liverpool. You do see it elsewhere, of course you do. But I think at Sunderland, if things start going wrong, they'll get worse and worse. Part of me wants them to come and buy Jack Clark, because he would probably rather play for them than Ipswich next year. If Ipswich could make a little profit on what they bought him for, bring some money in, because Luongo's leaving, Kyrgios's leaving, Morsey's about 75, and there's another centre mid leaving who I don't even want to mention his name. Like, I'm sick of talking about Calvin Phillips. I don't want to give him the airtime. So people are predicting Sunderland to come bottom. Burnley and Leeds. I think Leeds might stay up. Like, I don't know. I like Leeds fans in a way. Some of them are annoying. Of course they are. Every fan base has got annoying fans though. But Leeds fans, like, they're passionate. They care. You know what I mean? I don't enjoy listening to Marching On Together. But Charlie says he really likes Jack Clark. Yeah, I do as well. I just genuinely think if you told him Sunderland would get promoted this year, I don't think he would have chose to come to Ipswich. I think he would have waited a year and gone there with them. So I'm not like desperate to see him go. Like, I'm not, like, he's not top on my list of people I want. Like, I don't want him out of the club. But I just think if the right offer comes in, he is the sort of person where you might be able to make a decent few quid, and that in turn would be worth it. No one's done that yet. Martin says I think West Ham, Wolves, Everton could slip. Everton will be different because it's their first season in that new stadium. And obviously, the finishing up in a new stadium means again their transfer budget will be somewhat tight. But then they've got David Moyes. And, like, on paper, I should hate David Moyes with, like, all of my soul. He's managed United, he's managed Everton. But he just does the job. He's like a throwback, isn't he? I think like, I'm a bit of a nostalgia merchant. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I love a bit of nostalgia. And I don't know, David Moyes' like philosophy and everything. It's just he's got that bit of like, you know, back in the day sort of energy, which I personally like. But I do think the new stadium could get tricky. I definitely would agree that's going to be a factor. But if they get that new stadium right and they can get that atmosphere in there and it's not soulless, it could be a massive advantage to Everton to add an extra, like, what, 20,000 fans or whatever it is. Martin thinks Pickford might go back to Sunderland. I tell you what, he's so overrated, Jordan Pickford. I'm sure we said that before. Oh, I missed out. Jamie said I can't stand Leeds people from Yorkshire. Obviously, him from Sheffield. Is there like this thing that everyone in Yorkshire, like in like the villages and stuff, just supports Leeds? Like, is it like that? Like, how? Because they're like potentially the biggest club in the county. I don't want to say they are the biggest club, because I don't want to upset Jay, but he's saying Wolves 14th. The thing is, Wolves without Cunha is going to be a question mark for me. Cunha is so good. Like they've lost their best player. Like, and when you lose your best player, it's never good. Like you can't, like, even if you like sell them for loads of money and stuff, there's always like a little bit of a kind of hangover when your best player leaves. Fortunately for Liverpool, their best players are staying, Salah and Van Dijk, but they are losing their third best player, in my opinion. Wolves. Yeah, Martin says Wolves don't have Cunha. For me, Cunha is so good for him. Like, he's levels above Wolves. Personally, I just think I think he's too good for him anyway. I do agree with that. Um, Maybe a little surprised that United is where he's going. I think he could have gone to a better club than United, personally. Like, I don't mean that as like a dig at United fans before anyone thinks I do. Um, like, United fans right now are sad enough that they don't. You know what I mean? Like I'm a big believer in you don't kick someone when they're down, and yeah, United are the epitome of down right now. The big question for Newcastle is, for me at least, is do you keep Isaac? Like, if we're talking about transfers, which I guess that's what we're going to be talking about for the next few months now, which I'm kind of excited about because I enjoy the transfer window. I was thinking about doing a video of who I would sign for every club. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Like, you know, you can be on my little live stream focus group again. James's man used to joke, 66 quid a ticket. Oh yeah, it's theft. It's like, the prices of football is like theft. And to be fair, I was annoyed with my Ipswich tickets going up by like 8%, which is, not much. It's not the end of the world, it's still cheap. And it's less than a Lincoln season ticket would cost me. But just stop putting the price of tickets up. But I can't use the hand cannon score streak if there's no zombies. Right, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? I'm going to try and herd them for a minute. So we're not going to kill anything for a minute. We're just going to herd them up. Hopefully no one else comes in and kills my little herd that I'm making. I don't know how many more I'll be able to hurl up. That's probably about it. Seven more shots. It's two. It's three with that shot. There's no zombies around me to do it. Like, there's no zombies in the first place. How can I do that trial? There's loads now, isn't there? There would be once I killed them. Champion season it's 3-5-5. Yeah, that is good. That is good. That's around what Ipswich set at. I just think some of the clubs are taking the absolute piss. Like Lincoln is like 475 quid, I think, for the cheapest one. Like, who's paying that to watch Lincoln? Do you know what I mean? Like, who thinks, oh yeah, I want to watch? But it's fans, isn't it? You know, you love the club, you go no matter what, as long as you can afford it. You would go, and that's where it's like I don't know, like immoral. I was gonna say corrupt, but I feel corrupt's maybe a bit too strong. I think it's more immoral than corrupt. Charlie can't wait for Delat to leave. Selfish player, thinks he's too big. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, like I've been a big fan of like starting George Hurst. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you don't want to be a Liam? Fine. No more Premier League goals for you. You can score them when you go to Everton and get relegated next year. I did see Charlton got promoted. That kind of surprised me a bit. Charlie says Man United season tickets should maximum be £30. I think that's probably about accurate. Jamie wants me to do a video. I talk about who everyone should sign. Charlie said Cunha would be a squad player for Liverpool. I would. Like, there's a lot of rumours Nunes and Jota are going to leave. With Newcastle and Saudi Arabia reportedly like interested in both. If one of those left, I would rather have Cunha. Like, he'd be one of the people I'd be thinking, in terms of value for money, would be a good option. But it's like, part of me is excited about the transfer window, but then part of me is hesitant. I don't think it's going to be a fun transfer window for Ipswich. Like, I don't honestly think Ipswich are going to sign anyone that I would call like an exciting signing. Really. Like, I wish they got Endo last year now. Although he deserved his medal. He's been so good for Liverpool with Tara Endo. Like, he's what a squad player it should be. Charlie wants Ben Sheaf. Yeah, Ben Sheaf is probably, if you ask most Ipswich fans, top of their list. I've not seen enough of him. Gus Hamer's a good option. I rate that call. I wouldn't be upset if we got Gus Hamer. Charlton were, yeah, I'm the same, Martin. Like, when I was a kid, Charlton were in the Premier League all the time. Like, Charlton is where like, a lot of the Ipswich players, like, when I was growing up, a lot of the Ipswich players who, like, were too good to still play for Ipswich in the Championship ended up at Charlton. It's nice to see them have a bit of success though, because they've been suffering, haven't they? Don't know if it's financial. Well, I do think with the impetus on finances now, I think we are seeing more and more like London dominance. And I think a lot of that is kind of like the tourism finances. Because, like, if you're a London club, you got like all these tourists coming, and you just making money off them. And like we spoke about before, like football fans would rather have a tourist come than a season ticket holder, because that season ticket holder's probably already got his shirt if he's getting one. He'd already have a scarf. Whereas that tourist will go in the club shop, buy a couple of shirts, buy a jacket, buy a scarf, buy a programme from the one game they've been to. And the club makes more money per head with tourism. Like, it's just how it's gone. Once there's also players what live in London. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's good for the tourists. It's also, like, even the season tickets and stuff, like, the prices at some of the clubs in London are just ridiculous. Because they're like, well, it's London, it's a London activity, we can charge London prices. Which again is borderline immoral, if you ask me. I don't know if it's borderline immoral, I think it just is immoral actually. Tourism, yeah, yeah. And that has been a problem at Portman Road. It's something that I hope the club handle better if we were to go back up. Obviously, it's great for the club, you know. And I've enjoyed meeting fans who have come from other countries that have gone to their first Premier League game at Portman Road and stuff. But not many of them are there to see Ipswich. You know, and they're in the home fans. There's a lot of people, you know, because it's easier to get tickets at Ipswich than it is at City or Liverpool. Charlie says also, a club like Ipswich, good transfer links to London, it can put prices up. Yeah, it is. That is a problem with Ipswich. Like, it is expensive. Martin thinks Ipswich goes straight back up. Yeah, I do too. I'm not actually that worried about it. Like, I kind of sit in the camp of, I'm going to enjoy going to games in the Championship more than I did in the Premiership. Like, I would say the only 3 Ipswich games where I'd say I left the stadium and I thought, yeah, I enjoyed that, was the Newcastle game. Even though Newcastle were incredible, like, and destroyed them, it was a really nice atmosphere, as the Bobby Robson derby always is. I enjoyed the Chelsea game, which is the only win I saw all season, watching Ipswich Town at Portman Road. Which, you know what I mean? Like, it's not good enough. It's not, it's just, like, no matter how much of a step up it is, you can't win only one game at home. And, like, if McKenna hadn't done back-to-back promotions, like, he would have been sacked for that. We all know it. Charlton's always been a bit of a bogey team for Ipswich. Normally because they've got, like, some of our old best players. Like Matty Holland and stuff. Darren Ambrose go there as well. Bent did, didn't he? Darren Bent, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that was stupid. That was stupid. I was trying to craft a mutant thing so I could help with the Sam trial. got a lot of money we need to spend soon. I've got all my favourite perks though, so that's nice. Charlie says any other club and can he get sacked? If next season 10 games in, Ipswich aren't in contention for, I even think, say you're 6th, but not in contention for top 3, you've got to like have a chat about whether it's time. I'm not one to sack a manager though. Like, I'm not one of these ones that calls for people's heads all the time. McKenna's on 6 million a year. The problem is that's what managers get, isn't it? Like it's what. Like the problem Ipswich had was United wanted them. So you got to pay them United money. Charlie says has to be 6 minimum with top 2 is the expectation. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. Like we should be aiming for top 2. If you're lower than 6th, like his job's at risk for me. Martin says don't do a Luton. Keep them too long. Yeah, and I think the thing is as well, like Luton invested their Premier League money in the stadium and stuff. Ipswich did invest in the stadium as part of the promotion. I'm not going to say they didn't. But I do feel like a lot more of their money was spent on like sensible stuff. Like players. Like Ipswich spent money on players, the training ground, stuff like that. So hopefully it's stuff that will actually help the performance. But obviously for a club like Luton, if that's your only chance to afford a new stadium, like it's kind of logical to get a new stadium, isn't it? Slob one of these over there. Nice and far away from me. Jamie says he can't believe the FA allow fans to pay what they pay to watch the game. I agree as well. Like, the Premier League capped away tickets, which is great. But, like, it should all be capped. Every club should have, doesn't even have to be all the tickets. Like, I think Liverpool got it fairly good. They've got these hospitality packages, like thousands of them. Which, if you want to spend 500 quid for a Liverpool ticket, you can. You can get a ticket to almost any game if you've got a membership and you can afford 500 quid a head. But then they still have the 30 quid tickets. And they have thousands of them available. For me, that's what, like, Ipswich should have done that. Like, the tourism people, like, these tourist fans have all bought through, like, resale websites. And the club should have, made some tickets available at, like, hospitality prices. Which also takes the tourists, like, out of the bit of the stand where you're trying to make an atmosphere. Like one of my weirdest moments this season has been someone asking me to take a picture of them during the game. Like, I'll take a picture of someone, of course I will. Do you know what I mean? I'm not against, like, I sometimes, I vlog the games at Portman Road, so I'm not saying, oh, no one's allowed to get the camera out. Obviously not, but, like, you want me to take a photo of you when the game's on? Like, come on. Like, I'm watching the game. Martin says Newcastle quadruple incoming. I'd love you to win a couple of trophies this year. I'd love to see you do, like, cup double. That's what I'd love to see. Newcastle win a cup double. Liverpool win the league and the Champions League. Ipswich win the league. I'll be happy. Charlie thinks Arsenal will win the Prem next year. Let's like all remember that he said that, yeah? Because it's I think it's actually quite a bold prediction. So if they do win the league, I'll give Charlie some credit this time next year. But I'll tell you what, if they win the league, I'll be surprised. More than anything. Like, I really would be surprised. I don't think they're good enough. Like, how many world class players have they got? Like, not many. Like, honestly, Odegaard, Rice. I wouldn't even put Saliba and Gabriel in that bracket. Like, they're not Van Dijk. They're not Salah. Like Liverpool have got the best right winger in the world and the best centre back for me. So I just think, how can you not fancy Liverpool to win it again? Especially if they get worse. If they get worse and Frimpong and Kirkes, like their weakest position at the minute is probably like fullbacks. Which is weird because if you'd asked me a year ago where were Liverpool doing things right, I would have said at fullback. Obviously Trent's left. Robertson's, you know, he's a little bit older than he once was. I love this shotgun, by the way, guys. It's so good. Aren't Big Dan Burn? I'd rather have Big Dan Burn. I actually like him. I'm glad you're keeping him on. That would have been sad if you got rid of him. The thing is, well, he's got that Peter Crouch thing at corners where, like, even if he doesn't score, you know, like every defender thinks he might be about to score, don't they? Trying to be a bit careful with ammo now because I'm getting a bit short. Arsenal have a young squad that will get better with time. They do. But, like, if you look at, like, Salah's numbers, they don't have any, like, or Haaland. Arsenal don't have a single attacking player, like, who can... I don't think they've got a single player who could get 25 goals in a season in the league. And, like, for me, you've got to have that... You've got to have someone who can get 25, or a couple of people who get 20. Like, if Arsenal were to get Isaac, you know, which I almost don't want to say that in Martin's presence, but if Arsenal was to get Isaac, then I think you've got a chance. But I honestly think without Isaac, and I think they need a different keeper, I don't think Ray's good enough. Martin thinks Man City go a second season, no trophy. I think they'll win something next year. It's Guardiola's last year, apparently, again. Like, Guardiola, he's a bit like freaking Tony Blair or something, isn't he? Like, every 6 months is supposed to be his, like, the last time you see him. And he always comes back. A bit like Piers Morgan. How many times has Piers Morgan, like, lost his job and you're like, oh yeah, I don't have to listen to Piers Morgan anymore. And then a week later, he's got another show on another channel. Charlie thinks City will win the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. I think that's a good shout. Like, I think the domestic competition, I don't know if they're good enough to win the Champions League. I think they're good enough to win any individual Champions League game. But I don't know if they're good enough to keep doing it. Really. Like, especially if Liverpool get worse, Frimpong, Kirkes. And it looks like that might just be the start as well. Like, if Liverpool are signing those three and some others, it's going to be tough for anyone to get near us. That max ammo was like the right moment. City want Tino. I'm not surprised because Tino's quality. I'll tell you what, people need to put some respect on him. Like, honestly, there's so many people who think Cole, well, there's a lot of people who think Cole Walker's better. He was, but he's not now. But there's a lot of people who think Trippier's better. And that blows my mind. Like, if you ask me who do you want, Tino or Trippier, I'll pick Tino every day. Gareth Southgate, he'd probably still pick Trippier because that's what he always did. But Tino's class. Make Pep join a team with a budget, see how he does. I don't think he could. And I don't mean that as like a criticism of him, though. Like, some managers just, I don't think suit managing like a rubbish team. Like, I would put Kieran McKenna in that as well. Like, I don't think Kieran McKenna could manage an awful side. How do I not have an armoury key? Liverpool should get James Ward-Prowse. To be fair, I think McAllister and Szoboszlai are good. Honestly, I'm not unhappy with either of those taking set pieces. Like, McAllister's sometimes pushing Messi off from Argentina. Like, that's the level. But I do get what you mean, because Liverpool haven't had enough goals from set pieces recently. Like, it's weird because we've changed corners. Trent doesn't, he's obviously leaving, so he can't next year. But we've changed from Trent taking corners to McAllister and Szoboszlai. And I don't know if they're quite as good. Especially at a corner where you're whipping the ball in. But then Trent is better to have on the edge of the box, so that's probably part of the planning that's going on there. Livramento and Hall would have to be one of the best fullback duos going. I would swap, but at the moment Liverpool have Bradley and Robertson. I would swap your fullbacks for ours. Genuinely, I'd take Newcastle's fullbacks over Liverpool now we've lost Trent. If we get Frimpong, maybe not, especially if we get Frimpong and Kirkes. But I don't think there's many clubs that would rather have their fullbacks than Newcastle's. I'm with you on that. Yeah, that is Newcastle's issue, is depth. Like, 1 to 11, you're kind of there now. Like, honestly, I think you're 11. Like, we were talking before about Newcastle's 11 versus Arsenal's, and like, if I was making a team out of the Newcastle and Arsenal players, like, I'd take, I'd probably, I don't know who I'd take in goal. I don't think there's much in the goalkeeper position. Left back, I'd rather have Hall. Right back, I'd rather have Livramento. I probably would just take Arsenal centre backs, maybe. Although I do like Botman. Oh, I would throw in there. I like Botman. The starting midfield, like you say, is top 2 or 3 because Tonali and Yamara are just so good. Joe Linton's quality as well, but like I don't think you could realistically get better than Tonali and Guimaraes. Charlie says Botman's world class. I agree. He's sick. Martin says wait till we get Koval. I can't believe you're getting Koval. Koval's sick. Is that actually done or is that just rumoured still? Because that he is proper. Yeah, Mark says if we replace one, Joel Linton would be first to go, which I agree with. You know, he's a good player though, and he would be really good to become a squad player as well. Like if he was your 4th choice centre mid and you like upgraded the others in front of him, you'd be happy. Martin says it's just rumours, but linked with him and Gittins. Gittins would be class. I like Gittins. That would be a good get. Like Gittins is decent. Oh, it's 2 elder disciples over here. That's not really good news, is it? I don't know if I need to run or if I just keep going for wiping them out. Maybe we go invisible and carry on like that. Put our armour back in. But yeah, Gittins would be class. And Gittins is the sort of player I think you need because you've got like Gordon, but you like an Isaac. You could do with like another one who's top for me. Like that's part of you guys taking the next step would be to add someone else in there who's proper. And Gittins would obviously do that. Martin's on Koval on FC35. He's a good keeper, honestly. He's Danish. Is he Danish? Or is he Swiss? They have similar flags, don't they? Like they're both red and white. With a cross. Okay, ammo is low. But I have a chopper gunner, so we could go outside and unleash a bit of hell. I'm gonna do it over here actually. I don't think there's many zombies left. Martin says he's Swiss. Newcastle now have to finish top 5 every season. Charlie says, yeah, I agree. I think they're put themselves in a position now where that's something you could expect them to try do. Like, I do believe that. Like, they've got a lot of the key bits of the squad like locked down now, haven't they? So that's definitely going to help them. Buy some ammo for my cheaper gun, and that will just have to do a job for a little while. So I can pack a punch it again. Double points is welcome because I'm trying to get this pack a punch again. Yeah, Newcastle secured themselves financially. I think the key thing for Newcastle is, like it is for so many clubs, like to stay in that bracket you're in now. A lot of it is like good financial planning and spending. Like if you spend your money right, I can't see where my salvage. I'm gonna get one of them. Oh, it's the last year of any of Mike Ashley's deals. That should help, shouldn't it? Magic Mike not being involved. That should definitely help her. Just turn my fan off. Chelsea's bold shout. Newcastle should get Rodrigo from Real Madrid. Liverpool, I know, are at least interested. I don't. If Liverpool get Wirtz, I don't see it. Maybe because I don't really get why you bring both in. I don't think getting both in is the worst idea you could ever have, but remain inside the marked area at the garden pond. I'm miles away from that. I don't even know if I'll get there in 3 minutes. Not with these zombies on my tail. Rodrigo's a good player though. I think he's struggling at Madrid, isn't he, for game time a little bit. And he's someone that I think they see as like potentially disposable, I would say. Okay, we're out of ammo again, which is problematic. I'm gonna have to buy more. Like, Martin Raro Hendrick. I wonder if they loan him out to get him like playing every week. Like, I don't feel that'd be the worst idea for them. As if all the perks getting dropped, the ones I've got. Bastard. I thought I saw one of the friggin' disciple things. I was like, oh, we might have to deal with that. Need a little bit of distance between me and them so I can sort of scout what's up. Fill my armour up. Let's do that. Hendrick is an interesting one though. I wonder where, like, if he does stay at Madrid. I think he's got a future there. But I think he's like, I don't know, I just think he thinks he's good enough to play a bit more. He's a hell of a player though, Hendrick. Wicked player. I wonder who Newcastle do actually sign though. Because like there's a lot of people they're rumoured to be interested in. Like Nunes, for example. Like, I think Nunes will be good at Newcastle. I couldn't tell where I was getting hurt from because of all the like explosion on the screen. As if I've died. No way. I can't believe that. We were doing so well. I need PhD plopper. Charlie thinks Lamine Yamal's the best player in the world. I'd rather have Salah. Like, he's definitely like the best young player. I'm wrong for having the game silent. The game isn't silent. Where is it? No one told me. The game is never normally silent. I must have muted it when we were streaming last time and no one's mentioned it. Let me know if the game's too loud now as well. I didn't realise that it was on, honestly. Thank you for letting me know, Jay. Or JJ. I'm going to call you JJ. So I can't be wrong. Oh, there was sound, but very faint. How does it sound now? Sound's coming out of my computer, which I don't want. I'm good. It sounds great now. Cool, man. Remember to subscribe before you go. Want to miss the next one. And I need to go get some perks because I've got nothing. Decent sound now. Cheers, boys. I honestly didn't realise. Well, I've lost all my perks. I feel weak now. I'm like vulnerable.
Uh-oh, I can't feel my face. Have you guys tried talking to them instead of the whole fighting and shooting thing?
All the guns look like they're from Borderlands now. Yeah, they do look quite funky, don't they, at this point? Like, the guns have definitely been gassed up with it recently. Especially with the perk, with the Pack-a-Punch camos. I have no ammo. I can't remember what ammo is. I knew there's one around there somewhere. But yeah, we don't know who Newcastle signed. I'd like them to sign some good people though. Hopefully being in the Champions League will help them do that as well. Just hope Ipswich have a decent window. That disciple is kicking my ass. Peace, bro. Maybe if I go invisible, I can get rid of the disciple. And then the rest will be bearable. Okay, I think we're dead. I'll be honest. Operation Run Away. Trying to get back to that person to revive them, but I just can't. It's just too many of them. They disconnected, great. So I tried to get back to them for nothing. I don't have no perks at all, honestly. Ah. I think he might get to me, right? I am coming back with 0 perks though. But not even a juggernaut. again. I was always dying there.
Hey, someone should make a movie about this. Or even better, someone should make a movie.
When you got no perks, man, there's nothing you can do. Just trying to get the kills in now, get this disciple out of the way for him. I'll try to get the max armor. Oh, okay, fair play. You got me. You got me. I'm gonna go this way for Juggernaut, which is a risk.
Smooth. Maybe too smooth.
We've got the 4 most important perks back, I think. Apart from maybe quick revive, that's probably up there. I'm not really playing well enough to revive people. This is the problem with zombies. You just like, you want to keep going, but you also reach a point where like your concentration like wavers a little bit after you play it. I don't know if that happens to anyone else, but it's always round 30. Like I'm like half asleep at that point. I bought the wrong perk by accident there.
Smooth. Maybe too smooth.
Yeah, I'm gonna end after this game probably anyway, Charlie, because it's been a long game. Appreciate you hanging out though, bro. Speak to you soon.
Oh, wait. Yes, you are. Oh, I need a medic.
Actually, you know what? I bet. I enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Come to talk about the weekend's football. And I'll be back streaming next week. It might be FIFA again. Maybe. We shall see. Thank you all for hanging out though. I've been Link. You've been my legends. I'll see you real soon. And I didn't have the music ready. And I forgot to mute my mic. Bye guys.